Kim here. Remember the times when I used to be able to write lovely long blogs for you, and I don't have time for that anymore, but I do have time to do videos for you. So that's what I'm trying to kind of put the information into video form now, which is easier perhaps for you as well as for me. Okay, so we've got some really big stuff happening at the moment, and what it's doing is it's shifting our relationship to ourselves. It's shifting the way in which we draw information from our own inner awareness and the meaning and sense that we make of it, and thereby shifting our relationships, because at the moment there's a really big shift in who we actually need to be spending time with. So I'm going to unpack this in a few steps, and let's start up here with Pluto in gate 61. I will post underneath here in Facebook, if that's where you're seeing this, or in the email, if you're getting the email, I'll post the link to the article on Pluto for you. Basically, this is about the pressure to know something that only you can know. And the only way that you can know something that you haven't ever known before is to experience that inspiration, that new knowledge coming in through your crown. So you can see we're up here in the crown, and then feeling it in your body in various ways, whether that be your instinct, your emotions, even perhaps thinking processes. So all of these physically felt, what we might call somatic ways of understanding the world, because this is the only way at the human level that we actually get to figure stuff out, is by experiencing it through our body. This is known as the hard question of consciousness. So the fact that we can't explain it, no one knows how it works, is really interesting. So our body is a way for us to understand this new information that's coming through. And we have to really tune into whatever kind of multiple areas of awareness we have to understand that. Now, at the moment, we've got the sun here in the 24 is coming down, is right here in the 24, making a channel with Pluto. Now, automatically, that makes this a really important time, because any time that Pluto turns up, we know that we have global transformation. And we know that because it's the sun, it relates to our personality. The sun represents who we are as an individual and how we develop and grow. So we know this relates to a global transformation of new information that each one of us will receive about ourselves. Pluto is also the doorway to the galactic aspects of self. So there is an opening to this greater story at the moment, which I'll come back to in a minute. Now, there's something very interesting for me about gate 24, which is that it creates a complementary pairing or complementary partnership with this gate down here, gate 44. And you can see that the Earth is in 44. So we've got the sun up here in 24 and the Earth here in 44. Now, gate 44 is the gate of disruption. It's the gate that says you have to prepare for disruption to come. It will arrive at your gate with something brand new that's going to change your life, and you have to prepare. And when it arrives, you have to open the gate and let it in. So this is the energy of gate 44. In the I Ching, in the original Chinese story of this gate, it was about the noble wife who was already pregnant. Don't know how that happened, but anyway, but she was arriving for the wedding and to become the new wife, the new royal bride. So this was a great disruption, but we had this new royal bride coming in, the new queen. So disruption arriving. Gate 24 says it's the gate of returning, and it says you can't there's nothing certain here. We're talking about truth, but we can't, which is gate 61, inner truth, but we can't pin it down. We can only kind of approximate. We're always finding our own experience, our own subjective experience of truth. And so gate 24 says just go with what you've got for now, and then keep iterating on that, keep adjusting and changing based on what you're getting through your body. So there is no certainty here, and there is a sense of great disruption upon us. Okay, next step, let's go down to gate 22, which is Neptune. You can see here, Neptune. We also have in gate 22 an asteroid called Atropos. Now, she was one of the three fates, and she was the one who cut the ribbon ribbon at the end of your life. Like, this is an end. So when a tropos turns up, we know there's an end to something. Neptune in gate 22, I would love to write you a blog about it. It's been on my to-do list for months. But here's the thing with Neptune in 22. What it's telling us is that we have to start organizing our lives in alignment with a higher power than culture and society. We can't keep judging everything by reference to culture and society. And in fact, what we're doing now is we're finding a deeper authenticity through, with the help of Pluto up here, which is saying really tune into your own truth as you experience it subjectively, but recognize that it's subjective and you don't have to force it on other people. Let's come down here to gate 17, where Chiron has just moved to this gate. And this is the gate that says, I have an opinion and a belief about something, and I absolutely and utterly believe that that is some objective truth, and I have to force that truth upon everyone else. And if they don't agree with me, forget it. That's it. Now, you might recognize, if you've been on social media and looking at any kind of political stuff, you might recognize that energy. It's very strong at the moment, and people are saying, why is it so strong at the moment? And it is so strong because Chiron's gone into 17, because there is this fear at the moment, I think, this terrible fear of abandonment if we can't all agree on something. And the reason why we're experiencing that at the moment, a number of things, but let's just look at what's obvious right on the surface here, which is Mars in gate 45. Now, gate 45 is a gate that says we all have to agree if we're going to survive. Okay. So there's a kind of global panic at the moment. It's like, we will never survive because we're not agreeing on anything at the moment. And there's all this disruption coming up. I'm just looking at a video, which I think I'll post it for you on Facebook. And it's about what we need to know about artificial intelligence, which, hey, talking about disruption, that's about as disruptive as it gets, other than climate change at the moment, which I think is even more disruptive. So gate 45 says the way in which we relate to each other, we have to find the people, and not our birth family necessarily, not our these are kind of new relationships that we're building. And these are the people with whom we can apply ourselves to the changes that we want to see made in the world, by coming together with the people who hold common values and common views to us, the people who, let's pop down here to Venus in 21, the people who will understand us, and who we can work with to bring about the things that we value. Now, I just want to add, I didn't mention, but right here in gate 12, making a channel with Atropos and Neptune, is the planet Chaos. And Chaos, or I should say, I won't go into technicalities about what it is, but let's just say it's a minor planet, let's just say. So the thing about Chaos is it represents the fundamental ground of creation. So chaos is really active at the moment in terms of things are ending, new things are starting, and this is a blockage that we need to shift through into a different kind of frequency. So just back to here, it's really important that we start to look for the people with whom we can work, not just to feel powerless, like what can one person do amongst all of this global mess, but what is it that I want to do, and who are the people I can do that with? I just made a note here about the global immune system, which is one of my favorite ideas. And I kind of put it together from a range of things that I was looking at back in 2010, and it fits in perfectly with all of what's happening at the moment. And that is that you are perfectly designed to do exactly the thing that you are interested in doing right now, and that is meaningful and purposeful for you right now. And all of the rest, you don't have to worry about that, because other people will be interested in doing that thing. So it's important that you stay with this pleasure principle, like what's fun for me. If I don't want to make a placard and go on a march, I just want to sit and appreciate the beauty and have a cup of tea. That's your thing. So choose the thing. Choose the thing and choose the people that you want to do the thing with, because that's how we're going to empower ourselves to shift things, and we can shift it really quickly if we relax into that space. So that's what's going on at the moment. Tune into yourself, find your thing, stay with the pleasure principle, find your people that you want to do the fun stuff with, and empower yourself through that way to really engage in a whole new, different, deeper way, and more transformative way with life. Okay, any questions down below in Facebook if you're on Facebook, and hope you enjoyed that. See you soon. Bye.